Number two, we see in this story that the Bible sees matter as good in itself. In opposition to many Gnostic teaching in the ancient time, where they try to make a dichotomy between matters and spirit, matter is evil, matter is bad, the Bible actually affirms the goodness of matter. Matter is not something to be shunned. Matter is something good is created by God. God sees it as good. And also, there is no here the matter is in opposition to many of this ancient pagan belief that what the dichotomy between things is not good, and things has to be seen as everything has to be united into oneness. One is more important, but that diversity is not. But here in the Bible, you see the waters and the waters and the dry land, the sky and the earth, or dark and light. All this kind of dichotomy is embraced into one as a kind of diversity within the creation of God. God loved diversity. Diversity is not something evil in itself, according to the message of this passage. And also we see here that in verse 2, the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. The book of Genesis explained to us that order coming from chaos. It's not the opposite, not chaos coming chaos coming from order. So that's why there is chaos first, the deep, void, formless, and then God make into order, into creation. And also it is said here that the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. What is that? In Hebrew it says, وَرُوحَ Elohim merachefet al pani hamayim, and the Spirit of God brooding over the water like a bird sitting on a nest in order to give warmth into the egg, in order to give life. So that's why it is, the idea of Spirit over the water is actually that God gives some kind of a primal seed of life within the whole universe, so that universe can produce life through the presence of the Spirit of God. So life is actually there. And then through that everything can grow in the world. And also we see that everything is happening in the world through the Word of God. God said, let there be this. God said, let there be this. And the first thing after life is being inseminated into the creation, the first thing God created was light. Maybe you have a question. But according to this account, the moon and the sun were created only on the fourth day. What kind of light is this? When you see the word in Hebrew here, you hear or. Let there be or, light. And the light in the gospel, verse 4, God saw in the creation, the fourth day creation, when we talk about the two great light, verse 16, God made the two great lights. The word in Hebrew is not or, but me-or. Me-or means the bearer of light. It is not the source of light. It is the bearer of light. So when you see the Hebrew, there's difference between the light that's created in the first day and the light that bursts in the sun and in the moon and the stars. They are not the source of light. They are the bearer. They are the reflection of light, not the light itself. Therefore, the first light that is created in the book of, in the first day, it must be light in the form of energy. Before there's anything else. After life, there's energy. So that's why the whole world is given this energy by God, so that in itself can produce life. Life is given by God, so it does not come by itself, according to the message of this book. And also we see that creation is evolving. It did not come immediately at once, instantly everything come into being. No. It started from non-organic things. From after the light, then was it? Then God, in verse 6, let there be an expanse in the midst of the water, let us separate the waters from the waters. God made the expanse and separated the waters which were below, the expanse from the water which were above, the expanse in the soul. God called the expanse heaven. And then he separated heaven and earth. So this non-organic thing was created first. There is an order there. It's not haphazard creation, order. After that, what happened? After that, the primal life first. What do you say? Verse 10 and 11. Then God said, let the earth sprout vegetation. The first life is vegetation. The first life is plant. Maybe it's a small plant. I don't know if it's an agreement with biology.
Not particularly, no.
So since I'm not expert in biology, I'm just trying to explain what it is here. Okay. So vegetation, and then plants yielding seed, and fruit trees on the earth bearing fruit after their kind, with seed in them, and it was so. What is interesting here is that God gave command to the earth. Let the earth bring forth. That first command given by God to the earth become the nature of the earth forever to be able to bear fruit. So God gave into the earth that ability to produce life, to produce plant here. And also, if we read then God, verse 20. Then God said, let the waters, again he also commanded the waters. So that's why there in the earth and the water, there is command of God, there is authority given to it by God, power given to it by God in order to produce life. So in spite of what that God after that did not say anything to the earth or to the sea to produce life, but the first command God gave to them is the one that will make life possible in the world, because to it God gave this power, the power to reproduce. And then the story of the creation here is actually geocentric because it's concerned with the earth. But also anthropocentric, it's concerned with man. Because the purpose of the Bible is actually trying to tell us the relationship between God and man his environment. The environment of man is not evil, it's not evil but good. So that's why when God said to man to subdue the earth, it does not mean that man can destroy the earth whatever they like. To subdue means that man is not under the tyranny of creation. Man is responsible for creation, but it has been interpreted very badly along the history, so that there's this destruction of nature and destruction of environment, because people misunderstand the meaning of subduing here. Subduing here means man is being freed from the tyranny of nature. Man becomes the steward of nature. So that's what it means to be to subdue the earth. And also the creation, when God created the other thing, the other nature, he said, let there be, only by the power of the command. But when God created human being, he deliberated within himself. He said in verse 26, then God said, let us make man. Of course, Christian understanding is that here God talked with his own word and spirit, within his own Trinitarian life. Let us make man. So he deliberated, which means man is considered very different from other creation. Man is the highest peak of the creation.